I'm a beekeeper. I protect the hive. And right now, you're the biggest threat to the hive.
Everybody shut up and action.
Alright, let's talk about a movie called The Beekeeper starring Jason Statham. And holy crap, this movie was actually good. I saw the trailer of it. It looked interesting. It looked like a fun movie to watch, but I did not expect it to be this deep and good. The story of this movie was absolutely fantastic, and it hooks you in so well. So the story, what is it? This movie is essentially about a guy who is a retired soldier from a secret organization that is meant to uphold the system, working outside the boundaries of the law. Essentially, it means that there's the system that we live in society, and the law is there to enforce it, hold everything in place, make sure people follow, and we live in a safe world. But what happens when the law isn't upheld? Because people are able to get around it, because they are elite of the elite, have connections, or are high up in the chain that the law can't touch them, and they choose to break it. That's where the beekeeper comes in, and this man is on a mission of vengeance in this movie, and it is an absolute thrill of a ride. Honestly, this movie is actually really interesting, far more interesting than I initially thought. The movie, right off the bat, really hooks you in, gets you interested into the character of the beekeeper, of his surroundings, and this entire debacle between the beekeeper on his mission versus the FBI who are trying to hunt him down, figure out what's going on. There's this constant mystery of what is the beekeeper? What is this program? And one thing I really love is all these kind of hints that kind of minorly foreshadow events that are about to happen, a plot twist, and then when the plot twist hits, it's like, oh my god, I did not see that coming. And it really hooks you in, and it drives the story forward so well, and the story itself is just so captivating with the depth behind it, and it's just an interesting story in its entirety. The action is honestly really interesting, well choreographed, and just a real thrill to watch. It's terrifying at times, but a really exciting movie in general. Makes for a great action flick to watch with your family, with your friends, anyone who likes action movies. Just go to theaters, watch this. It's amazing. The story itself really thrills you, and that's a big part. When the action works well with the story, that's when you got yourself hooked and you're doing everything well. Of course, this movie does have its criticisms. For example, there are times where characters are like building up the beekeeper as some big threat that they can't handle. Then they go like, yeah, you're here. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna talk to you. Just the typical action movie stuff. It's like, bro, you know what this dude is capable of. Just, if you see him, boom, don't hesitate. So when they do stuff like that, it's like, yeah, I get it, it's for dramatic fashion, but like, you gotta have a sense of continuity in the film with what they're saying. It's different between having that dramatic thing with someone who hasn't met the beekeeper versus someone who has. And honestly, the movie in its entirety is just a real thrill express. The constant fear of this guy coming after you, this constant fear of, oh my god, we did something wrong. Oh my god, it's like the devil himself is chasing us. There's nothing we can do. It's honestly such a thrill to see the fear on people's faces throughout the story as the story progresses, the entire story itself unfolding before our eyes. Honestly, this movie in its entirety is a complete thrill. The story is what really beautifies it. Jason Statham's acting performance killed it. The elite rich kid who is the main piece of crap we're watching this movie. At the beginning of the movie, he was kind of in his acting wise, but he really gets going later on in this film, and he does a really good job there. So overall, the acting performances were great. Just Statham killed it. The CGI, it was decent for the most part. You don't notice it except for like the one explosion where it's like, that is complete bullshit and complete fake. But besides that, it was actually not half bad since we didn't notice it. And just in its entirety, the movie was pretty good, action-packed, fun to watch. So I liked it. It's not really that immersive, but it is rewatchable for sure. I liked it. I give it a solid 80%. Be sure to check it out. Peace.